Hey everybody, and welcome to today's training. It really feels like time to kick it up a notch. You've gotten a lot of setup stuff, a lot of beginner stuff out of the way, and now it's time to get your account in motion, to start seeing for yourself how LeadTrain is going to help you advance relationships and keep track of those relationships so nobody falls off the bandwagon. So, we're going to focus on, for the next 3 days, building and advancing and using a certain track type. I know that some of you may have started using your tracks already, and that's awesome. I've got no problem with that. You can use these trainings to refine what you're already doing, or maybe to add an additional track. So over the next 3 days, we're going to be talking about reconnect tracks. So first things first, what is a reconnect track? This is something that we invented about, I don't know, right as we were getting started. And what we noticed was this. A lot of people come to us with the problem of, Jordan, I don't have people to teach. And I think we talked about this in the contact importing lesson, that people say, I don't have people to teach. And I say, okay, well, let's import your contacts. And it's like, you've got 600 contacts. How do you not have anybody to teach? Well, Jordan, I don't talk to most of those contacts anymore. Ding, 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 new problem, okay? The problem is not that you do not have people to communicate with. The problem is that you don't communicate with most of those people, that they've grown dusty, that you've stopped your relationship with them. I don't know about you, but if I go through my contacts list, I can find dozens and dozens of people that I had great relationships with, was very happy, good friends with, and just life got busy. And we've just fallen out of contact. Maybe we've moved, maybe we graduated school and went different directions. Whatever the reason may be, there's lots of people that I would love to get back in contact with. And some of those people, you might scroll through your list and say, gosh, I wish I kept in contact with Susie, because Susie would love to hear about my product. But if I just sent her a message now telling her about my product, she would think that that's what I was focused on. She would think that the most important thing to me was selling my product and not my relationship with her. She would maybe question my intentions, right? I've consulted people through all of these questions before. So if you've felt this, or if you've wondered about these things, then it's not a unique problem, okay? And there are solutions to it. And that's where the reconnect track comes in. The goal of a reconnect track is to advance a relationship from dusty to casual, to polished. It may not be perfect, but improve at least a cordial relationship, that you're able to talk to this person. You can shoot them over a text or send them an email, give them a call, and it wouldn't be weird, right? We're going to polish up, wipe off, dust off some of that dust on this relationship and make sure we can advance them. So how do we do that? This is the advice that I give for someone creating a reconnect track. Make sure your intentions are clear. If you do not want to be stereotyped, if you don't want people to come in and say, oh, you're just a typical salesperson trying to sell me, then don't be typical, okay? Don't come in slinging your product and telling them this is what you need and I'm happy we reconnected because boom, right? My goal when I'm reconnecting with my contacts is first to build that relationship, to establish the understanding that the relationship is what was important to me, that regardless of their thoughts of my business, regardless of their thoughts of my product, regardless of their thoughts of anything we communicate, I value the relationship that we had, and I want to give it an opportunity to grow again. That's my goal in a reconnect track. So often when I build out a reconnect track, I never even talk about my product. It might naturally come up here and there, but I make it very clear that the focus of my intentions are building a relationship and not selling a product. If my products are as good as I want them to be, which most of the time they are, it will naturally turn into that, because they're a part of my life, right? That person will naturally want to learn more and will look for opportunities to use and to sample and to educate themselves on that product. And when that time comes, then it's time to advance them to another track. But for now, My whole goal is to build a relationship where there once was one, but since it's become ancient history. So what other notes would I tell you about a reconnect track? This is what I would say. Life is very short. And there's all those statements, all those different little mottos or phrases, things like the best things in life aren't things, things like that. And really what it focuses on is focus on relationships because that's the most valuable thing in life. Well, I've really come to see that is the case, and I'm sure that many of you have as well. And so what's so amazing about a reconnect track is it's unbelievably rewarding, no matter what happens with that person. To be able to send out a series of emails or texts or whatever they may be, and to be able to get responses and build relationships again and connect with old friends, it feels so good. I just cannot express to you how invigorating it is, how beneficial it is just to your mojo, right? And getting you in the right mind of, I am not a slimy salesman. I am a relationship developer. And often those relationships will lead into a great product. But what's important to me is developing relationships with real people and letting those real people know that they are important to me. This is what I can tell you. As you are this type of person, a relationship-focused person that is always focused on advancement. How can I advance? How can I build trust? How can I increase the education of my product? You will always have people to teach. You will always have people to attend your classes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start here, refine some contacts, get them rolling. Then what we'll do is throughout this training course, we'll talk about some different tracks as well, other than Reconnect, that you can use to really see success and to accomplish another objective. One more note. BML. Build, measure, learn. Okay? Build, measure, learn. This is something you need to remember. This is something that you're going to need to start applying in your business. When you create a Reconnect track and you send it out to your contacts, you send out that first email or that first text or whatever it may be, you've built something out that you think will perform well. What I always try to do in building it out is make sure it sounds like I'm talking to just one person. That's the value, my relationship. So I want to make sure that this is not spammy, it's not too disconnected, that it feels like I am talking to just that person. Second, measure. How are your results? Are you getting people to respond? Are you getting people to advance? If you're not seeing the results that you want, it's time to learn from that feedback to rebuild, remaster, and remeasure. Okay? So build, measure, learn. That's the key in these track building. Every contact is different. Every group and every network is different. And so by building, measuring, and learning, you're not just seeing better results for your business, but you're improving time over time, each day getting better until you become an ultimate network marketing machine. So that's my feedback for you today. Reconnect track. Let's get going on the next 3 days. Let's get it set up. Let's get it rolling, and then we'll talk about some more details as we continue going forward. If you have any questions about this, again, respond to my email. I'd love to talk to you, and we can go from there. All right? Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.